in November 29th, 2024, I've been trying to figure out why I'm more optimistic now than I was before the election. Even though I was so against the guy who won, I know now MAGA is not my mortal enemy, neither is the extreme left. My mortal enemy is the establishment, and they have been defeated. So over the course of that conversation, you explained to me that the reason you felt optimistic was really two reasons. Number one, as you say there, the establishment was defeated. And number two, you felt that the elements of the populist right and the bros would hold Trump accountable.
So right-wing populists, it is now your job to prove Krystal wrong. Okay.
Go out and do it, y'all.
So she doesn't believe you. And by the way, almost no one on the left, other than me and Anna, believe you guys that you actually want to cut the Pentagon and that you could pressure Elon Musk and Donald Trump to cut the Pentagon. So are you going to prove the left wrong, or are you going to prove them spectacularly right? Am I going to have to come on here and apologize to Krystal for ever believing in any right-wing populist?
So the tactic of let's work with them and try to cut the Pentagon budget failed. The tactic of let's resist this project outright and make the case and make Elon himself politically toxic succeeded.
So, Krystal, we do live in two different worlds. It's fascinating to see. It's amazing to see. So, number one, the project of saying cut the Pentagon worked. Why did it work? Because they cut the Pentagon, they magically became progressives overnight? No. It worked because it showed and highlighted their hypocrisy.
I'm going to cut in real quick here. For some strange reason, Cenk still seems to think that the bros and the right-wing populists are going to save us from Elon, who can't save himself, and Trump. Mostly from Trump, because Elon's pretty effed up right now. I don't see it. I don't see enough of them coming to their senses to make a difference. Let's get back into it.
Clip. You're not seeing it.
So
because
you
you're
won because the Pentagon budget went up, even though you thought that the Pentagon budget would get cut.
Can I finish? Okay. So the reason you're not seeing it is because you're not engaging with MAGA, and that's okay. And you don't want to engage with MAGA. I got it.
Do you know who I am? Do you know the show I host?
I don't know if you know who you are.
Who are you talking to right now? I host a show with Sagar Enjeti and Emily Jasinski every day.
Okay, so Krystal,
no one in this room talks more to MAGA than I do, okay?
Yeah, okay. So are you saying that none of the MAGA voters were thrilled that they added to the Pentagon? Is that what you're saying?
They don't give a shit because Trump did it.
You guys just spoke for like 8 minutes doing a straw man. Okay. So you make it sound, and this is what's so harmful. You guys make it sound like I'm pro-Trump and I think that MAGA is just a bunch of angels who are secretly left-wing, and they're going to magically agree with us on every issue. And the minute that Trump does something wrong, they're going to all push back 100%. And that's what I believed. I believed in rainbows and unicorns.
Well, if the leader of the movement is a fascist, then the movement is a fascist movement.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Cenk, we have mass kidnappings and abductions and human traffickings with no due process from ICE Gestapo thugs. They've raided schools, meatpacking facilities, farms, Home Depots, 7-Elevens, deported a 4-year-old with American citizen with cancer, arrested a woman who just gave birth.
I agree.
That's a fact. If anybody who supports that, Cenk, is a fascist. They're a fascist. Say no due process, throw out the Constitution. That's fascism.
Okay, so Kyle, we agree that all those things are authoritarian in nature, and you can call them fascist, and that's why we all worked so hard to make sure that Trump didn't win, because we saw all of those authoritarian tendencies. But the way you just framed it attacks the voters, because you said MAGA, not Trump.
Why do I have to coddle their fucking feelings, Cenk? Why can't I just tell the truth?
Because I like to win. And
but that's the problem. You keep reaching
it.
To the right, and then you miss the whole ocean to your left, and that's the problem.
I don't miss it. I'm the guy leading the anti-war coalition. What part am I missing? Like, am I pro-war? No, I fucking hate this war, and I'm trying desperately to get us out of it. And by the way, this whole hey, I'm trying not to do it, guys. All right, I'll do the wrong strategy that makes me feel better by yelling at their voters and drive them away. Oh, meanwhile, Palestinians are getting killed every single day. Meanwhile, Israel's starting new wars.
But let's talk about that, Cenk.
Because I yelled at MAGA.
Let's talk about that.
This is your old strategy. Cenk,
hey,
what I'm doing is your old strategy.
I'm so pure.
No, stop. No. What I'm doing is your old strategy, Cenk. I'm doing TYT's old strategy.
Super hard not to say it's a dumb strategy.
Why are you okay with the right playing by different rules, Cenk? Why are you? Because the right, I saw this last election. A speaker at one of Trump's rallies at MSG came out and said the whole party of Democrats are degenerates, Jew haters, and lowlives. Trump calls Democrats the enemy from within and says we should use the military against them, and then he does use the military against them. He called us fascists and communists, and he's sitting in the fucking White House now. He was belligerent as belligerent can be, and he got to the White House. Why can't we be belligerent and have a little bit of swagger back and build a movement? If people want to come over from the right, that's great. They can come over from the right. But I'm trying to get liberals and leftists and independents and build a massive coalition of 60% of the country that way. Fuck them if they're signing on to all the fascist shit that's happening right now. Fuck them.
Okay. Oh my God, Kyle, you're so pure.
No, I'm a truth teller. I'm a truth teller. You'll play hide the ball. If they're actually fascists, you'll pretend like they're not fucking fascists. They are fascists.
Yeah. So, Kyle, you've done such a good job at yelling at me.
By telling the truth. By telling the truth. By telling the truth.
Your brand is perfect, Kyle.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling leftists and independents and build a massive coalition of 60% of the country that way. Fuck them if they're signing on to all the fascist shit that's happening right now. Fuck them.
Okay. Oh my God, Kyle, you're so pure.
No, I'm a truth teller. I'm a truth teller. You'll play hide the ball. If they're actually fascists, you'll pretend like they're not fucking fascists. They are fascists.
Yeah. So, Kyle, you've done such a good job at yelling at me.
By telling the truth. By telling the truth. By telling the truth.
Your brand is perfect, Kyle.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, not coddling the nuts of MAGA voters.
Yeah, bullshit.
Totally accurate.
Bullshit.
Totally accurate.
Okay,
no, it's the truth. What part was wrong?
I'm going to be kind of short here because the video is kind of long. But the part of Krystal not talking to MAGA or not talking to the right or the mid-right or any right, she hosts a show, like she said, with Sagar and Jetty. Kind of right-wing Indian, I think it's Indian. It's a right-wing brown guy, okay? And, breaking points. So, I mean, Cenk, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's being misled or what's going on or he's being naive. But he's got to realize you're not going to be able to reach enough of these people. And Kyle's calling them out, you know. These people, if they're that simple, they're either evil or simple. So, I'm thinking most of them are probably simple, naive, don't have enough time to really pay attention, get the actual facts. But you're not going to reach enough of those, you know, who you think are independents. Those of the bros, you know, the Joe Rogan bros and the populace. Those people are MAGA, dude. Most of those people are MAGA because they're simple-minded. They're not as far right as some of these fools at the rallies, of course. But, you know, there's enough of them, man. Kyle is totally right. He calls it out. I think Cenk is fighting a losing effort, man. Hey, I hope I'm wrong. But, we'll see. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.